was thinking about a meal for the week. Shepherd's pie came to mind. Haven't made it in a while. Let's get after it. Just a few things you're gonna need. Potatoes for the topper, 80-20 chuck, celery, carrots, corn, a few onions to make it delicious, and some sweet peas. To be as efficient as possible, while the beef is browning on the stove, we're gonna chop all of our vegetable in between. All right, now chop the onion. If you've been on the internet, you've seen how to do this 1,000 times. I'll show you one more. So just cut it down the middle, depending on how finely you want it diced. Make some slits in her. Again, this is just kind of whatever you want to do. If you want to keep them thick, keep them thick. It's your recipe. That's the best part. No one can really tell you what to do. I'm just giving you some guidelines. And then you just chop her through. And then you're left with a pretty solid dice there. Definitely cut these in half and then chop them as thick as you want. I mean, it's your recipe. Do whatever you're feeling. I'm gonna chop mine about like that. All right, then you got your carrots. So let's peel them first. Peel away from you. Never, do not come up. I had a pretty nasty injury one time in the kitchen that I don't want to talk about. All right, then you can cut off the top and the bottom. You can, if you're really skilled, come down the middle, chop them up into little tiny cubes. I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is use this bad boy just to speed things up. And instead of spending all that time trying to chop it up, you get a nice little dice like that. Last, we're gonna get the corn. I have it on the cob, it was just available, but if you want, you just kind of come down the side, get all those kernels. They're gonna go everywhere. You can put like a bowl, do it in the bowl. I didn't really want to do that, so here we are. All right, then you got your rosemary and thyme. If you can't get it fresh, that's completely fine. Just use dried. I mean, you can get it anywhere. I just saw the fresh stuff, so I grabbed it. All right, thyme can be a bit tedious to get off the stem. So if you go against the way they're growing, you can just slide your fingers down and those pop off like that. All right, you got the rosemary and the thyme off the stem, just run your knife through it. Now your beef is browned, let's put all the vegetables that we were cutting while it was browning in and mix it all up. While we mix, you can see why we use a big Dutch oven. So we're gonna need to simmer this. Now that we're mixed, we're gonna go in half a cup of Worcestershire sauce. Next, you want 5 cloves of garlic. I'm feeling lazy today, so I'm just gonna use this pre-sliced stuff. If you use this, it's about a teaspoon, a clove. You can never have too much garlic though, so that's good. And then you want to put in your rosemary and thyme. Last, you want about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And then about 3 tablespoons of flour just to help with the thickening. Mix that in. Once the vegetables, Worcestershire, garlic, all that is in here, we're gonna put it back on the heat for about 2 to 3 minutes just to let everything incorporate. Everything is now well incorporated. Last step here, 4 cups of chicken stock goes in. You're gonna put your kernels in now and go in with your frozen peas. You're gonna simmer this on a medium-low with a lid on for about 30 minutes. All right, to keep this as efficient as possible, while that's simmering, we're gonna make some mashed potatoes. All right, just cube these up. Try to keep them all about the same size so they cook evenly. And about 2 pounds of gold Yukon potatoes. You can use whatever you want. Doesn't matter, it's your recipe. I'm just kind of giving you some guidelines. Get yourself a pot of water, season it with salt, and then put your potatoes in. We're gonna boil these for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna mash them. Make sure to stir this about every 10 minutes. Now those are done, just mash these up, add your heavy cream, a little bit of garlic and butter, mix it all together. Start with like 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. I'd say about 3 teaspoons of garlic. Alright, now that everything is cooked, let's put it all into the Pyrex to get into the oven. Ideally, you want something with a taller side than this. This is all I have, so we'll just send it. Again, ideally you want something with a taller wall here, but this is all I have, so I'm just kind of making do with what I have. Sometimes that happens when you cook, and you just gotta roll with the punches and keep moving forward. You're gonna wanna leave some room for the taters. All right, I'll throw the taters on top. All right, for the top, just sprinkle a little bit of panko breadcrumbs. This will give it like this will give the top crunch. Parmesan, because everything is better with cheese. And throw this into your oven, 350 degrees. It's gonna be about 35-40 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, make sure that this gets really crispy. Alright, there you have it. You can see the crispiness on the top here with the mashed potatoes. Definitely let this cool down before you do anything with it. This is just like lava right now.